Tony Tukumbo Fernandez show is all about promoting the true life and success stories of African and Caribbean achievers around the world. If there's a product or initiative you wish to share, feel free to give us a call. The number is 0788 280 9005. A very warm welcome to all our listeners around the world. You're welcome to the Tony Tukumbo Fernandez show, promoting the true life and success stories of Africans and Caribbean achievers around the world. So if there's a product or initiative you wish to share, feel free to give us a call. The number is 0788 280 9005, or visit our website at www.tonyfernandez.co.uk. And we have some amazing guests lined up for the rest of the year. We've just finished Black History Month, and so we had our UK Black History Month celebrations at the UK House of Parliament 2 weeks ago in London, and wrapped it off here in Bradford just a couple of days ago with the Africa for You Awards for Africans and Caribbeans in West Yorkshire. Speaking about Bradford, we're in Bradford this week to speak about an amazing initiative taking place in a fortnight from now, Friday, the 10th of November, at the Great Victoria Hotel, Rich Street in Bradford, organized by the African Business Forum. They're going to be having an amazing conference. And to speak about this here today is Dr. Olushola Kolawole, the president of the Nigerians Community Association here in Bradford. Dr. Shola, I believe it's your first time here on this show. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, thank you so much, Tony. Thank you for having me. Yeah, like you have said, this is my first time on the show, and I'm so delighted to be here. And thank you for all you do as well for our community.
It's a pleasure to have you here again. I remember we spoke about this conference over 7-8 months ago, and it seems to have unfolded into something profound and inviting. But before we talk about that, for the benefit of all our listeners around the world, can you tell us a bit about yourself briefly, your background, and what inspires you as a person?
Yeah, thank you so much, Tony, once again. Thank you for having me. Well, like you've said before, my name is Olushola. My surname is Kolawole, but people do call me Oak. And the Oak stand for the full name, that is my initial. The whole is for Olushola, the A is for Hadiborode, and the K is Kolawole. And you will be surprised that the three names come with one thing, and that thing is wealth. So it's a combination of wealth. And I don't know if I've gotten all the money in the world anyway, just on a lighter mood. I came from a village called Ogbagakoko in Ondo State in Nigeria. And I'm about 40 years. And I did my first degree in Nigeria. And I've been a community person. And during my NYSC, I served in Zamfara, just to tell you a little bit about myself. And during that period, it was a very difficult period. When we had issue with bandits in the north, and no one wanted to go to the north, but I decided to serve there. And because of the community spirit, I did a lot of community service during my stay in Zamfara State. So as a result of that, I was given the best couple of the year in Zamfara by the then governor, Alhaji Shinkafi, who awarded me the best couple of the year. And I was given a job in Zamfara, but I said, no, I'm not going to live in Zamfara. The following day, it was even that same day, overnight, I took the night bus back to Lagos. I got to Lagos after a few months. I received a call from the Aso Rock and said, they are picking best couple of the year in each of the states. Unfortunately for you, you have won the award as the one representing Zamfara State at the national level, presidential award. And that was how I was one of the best couple of the year in Nigeria. And I was awarded by the then President, Goodluck Jonathan. And that was what brought me to United Kingdom. Because during the president pronouncement, I was given a job and I was given scholarship up to PhD level. And that same year, I relocated to UK to do my master. I went to Scotland in 2010, did my master in logistics and supply chain management. After my master, then there arose another issue in Africa, and that was Ebola crisis. And they were actually looking for a logistics, someone with background in logistics. And here again, I was called to serve. So I became the logistics manager for African Union. And I was overseeing Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. But my office was based in Liberia. After they were able to tackle Ebola crisis in West Africa at that time, I was in charge of logistics, deployment of health workers to the field, and getting logistics to support them as well. Then immediately after we were able to tackle Ebola, I moved to the United Kingdom in order to take advantage of the PhD. And that was what brought me to Bradford. And that was in 2014. So I came to Bradford to do my master. And while doing my master as well, you know, when you are a community person, the Spirit will be with you, just like you had, Tony. And when I was doing my master, I noticed there was no Nigerian society. It used to be, but at some point it's closed down. Then I started it again. That was in 2000, gathered PhD student and master student. We started Nigerian society while I was studying. So I became the president. Then in 2015, I did president again. In 2000, I said, I'm not going again, so I had to hand over. And I was really delighted because in your award last few days ago, you awarded them, and that was my product. You know, I've been able to have successor since I left the university as a PhD student. Then when I graduated, I moved to Teesside, got a job with Teesside University as a lecturer. Then I came back again to Bradford when I got another appointment with Bradford. And that was what brought me back to Bradford. And like you have said, I'm the Nigerian president, Nigerian Association president in Bradford. And we came up with this concept about 9 months ago. Even before that, I remember chatting with you that this is the vision I've got. Given my background, just to add in Nigeria, I run a school. I run a private school, primary, secondary school, and it's called the King's Palace School, and it's still in existence with over 300 students and with about 50 staff. We're still doing that at the moment. And given that entrepreneurial background, I felt that we could be able to do the same thing here as well. So I started New Touch Limited. New Touch Limited is a consulting firm. We consult for school. We help them with a lot of quality aspect of their work. And that was how the vision of starting the African Business Forum, because I noticed that we don't have any platform for our African descent here in the UK, especially in Yorkshire. And I felt that, yes, we should be able to have one. I consulted wide round. I met with you, I discussed with you, I discussed with other people, and everybody supported the vision. And I remember I said to myself, I'm not going to make this a free event. So every event I want to do will be a paid event, because free event, you might not see those who are serious because they believe it is free, they won't take it serious. So I started a first event, which took place on the 28th of January. And we started campaigning from November last year, and we charged £10. I was really surprised on that day when more than 50 people registered. And those 50 people, more than 50, attended that event. which was aired in conjunction with Bradford Trident. We were able to hold it at Sparkling at PD5. So on that day, 50 people, like I've said, were there, and we concluded that this vision must not end on that day. It should be a vision that will continue. And that was how we started again. So far, so good. We've had about 3 different events with none less than 50 people in attendance, and they are all paid events. And for you to organize a paid event, it means, and people attend, it means there is something that is interesting in it. And after the third one, we felt we should have a conference as well. And we receive a lot of advice. Don't limit this vision to Bradford alone. Why don't you expand it across Yorkshire? And that was why we changed African business from Bradford to African business from Yorkshire. And we're able, our event has been attended by people from Harrogate, Sheffield, and so on and so forth. So we're able to meet during that period with a lot of organizations, for example, NatWest Bank, the West Yorkshire Combined Authority, Leeds Council, Bradford Council, and we actually saw the support. So that is about myself, and that is about the vision that we are running at the moment, and that is what we have done so far. I hope I've answered your question.
Now, you've actually answered many of the questions I was going to ask you. And before we talk about this African Business Conference coming up on Friday, the 10th of November, just in a fortnight time in Great Victoria Hotel in Bradford, you know very well that life is all about creating legacies. And you've created some legacies in your time in different cities. Just like myself, you're very well traveled. I also had the opportunity to do my boarding school in Bauchi State as well. When you've gone through all these journeys and destinations in life, what has been the greatest lesson you've learned so far with your travels as a person? And how has that impacted in changing the person you are today?
Yeah, thank you so very much for that question. I think one of the lessons that I've learned during this period of my life on earth is that we need to build relationship with people. I am here today because of the relationship I had with you. If the relationship wasn't there, I won't be here. And I think people should learn about building relationship. At times, conflict will arise. It is not possible that 2 people will be working together, they won't fight. Even though if we don't fight, we would know each other. So fight is part of relationship. But fight should not end relationship. And that is what our people are missing, especially those from the African background. You know, I don't want to have anything to do with this person. Do you know if that person will be your saving grace tomorrow? I'm going to speak about you specifically. I remember when we started this vision, you saw my first poster. You caught my attention. Look, you're having an African event and you're having somebody from non-African background to come and speak. That is not representation. And I said, oh, you are making sense. That is relationship. You've corrected me. You know, you've added into the vision as well. That is relationship. So if there is anything I will advise people to build on as they move in life, as they climb that ladder, is to build relationship. Whether with young people, with the old people, you might need them tomorrow at any point. And that has been my passion. And I think that has been what has been keeping me going in life. By the special grace of God, if I need anything in the United Kingdom, in any city, I can gladly know, oh, I have this person there. Even though if I don't know anybody, but I will know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody there, and I can get it sorted. And that is relationship. And that is what is keeping me going. I don't fight with people. Even though if you fight with me, I make sure I maintain, the fault is not from me. I maintain that relationship because I might need you tomorrow. You might also need me tomorrow. So relationship is the key, and that is what is keeping me going. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Relationship is the
Mm,
key.
mm,
That's part of which keeps you going. At the
mm.
end of the show, we'll also talk about your core values. But let's talk about Friday, the 10th of November, 12 noon to 5 p.m. Great Victoria Hotel in Bradford, about 1 minute's walk from Bradford train station.
Mm.
Talk us through the theme of the day. What can we expect?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. The theme of the day is the future of African businesses in the United Kingdom. And this was, you might want to ask, why that topic? Why are we considering that topic? It is because of my little research regarding African businesses. It was discovered that people that started business who are from African descent, their business closed down within 2 years. Once they started, within 2 years, it's closed down. And that has been the fact. And those who did not even close down within 2 years, they will be struggling in one way or the other. And eventually, some of them, not all of them anyway, some of them will close down. And that is why we are looking at that topic. What do you think will be the future of African businesses? The Asian community are doing very, very well when it comes to businesses. So why can't we do the same thing? What will be our future? So we are bringing experts, we are bringing speakers, we are bringing people who are into business as well to share their experience with us. We are bringing government officials, we are bringing back banks officials who are directly involved in supporting businesses to that conference. That is the first thing people should take note that they can benefit from coming to that conference. We're going to be having keynote speaker from Dr. Manoj. Dr. Manoj is a deputy lieutenant representing the King in West Yorkshire. He is going to be coming and is a Pan-African, is going to be sharing an experience. We're going to be having workshop. We plan to have three workshops. One will be run by the Northwest Bank. The general manager of Northwest Bank will be coming to run a workshop on that day on how you can start a business in the United Kingdom. We're going to be having Professor Paul Tony, is the head of the entrepreneurship at the University of Bradford, speaking to people on marketing strategy as well. How they can market their product. We are going to be having that. We're going to be having Farida Amsa. Farida will be coming to speak about how you can, have access to government procurement, how you can help them to procure their services or do one contract or the other with the government as a business owner. She is going to be coming to speak about that. We're going to be having the panelist section as well. At the panelist section, we have Mr. Bolu Fagboro, who is a business coach, will be there, as one of the panelists. We're going to be having the Clouder. We have Clouder from the Caribbeans, who is the owner of African Caribbean Projects. She's going to be coming to share her experience. We're going to be having NatWest representative too on that panelist, the panel discussion. We're going to be having the Mr. Jonah, who is the director of Lectural Learning in Leeds, to tell us how he has started and teach us some things that we need to know. And we're going to be having Afrogros. Afrogros is the owner of the African food, both in Leeds and in Bradford. Mr. Adeolu rather. Mr. Adeolu will be coming as well as part of their panel. So you can imagine people that we have gathered. These are people that are into business. They are going to be sharing the practical aspect of what they are doing. with us on that day. Then the beauty aspect of it is that we're going to be launching our website. We're going to be launching our website. On our website is a very beautiful website, and we're going to be taking people through the website and the benefit they can derive from the website. In addition to that as well, we're going to be having a exhibition stand, where different organizations will be coming, networking with our people, telling them these are the resources that are available. It was when we started this program that we got to know that there are a lot of opportunity, a lot of resources, but the information are not out there. Our people don't know about those resources. And that is one of the gap we are trying to fill. That the support are there. We've got a lot of organizations that are supporting small businesses, but we are not accessing them. And that is why we are becoming an intermediary between those who are doing business or those who want to start business from the African descent and this organization that we're talking about. So at the moment, we have met with a lot of organizations at the University of Bradford, Liz Beckett University, Yaba. I can start naming a lot of organizations that they've welcomed us, and they will be coming on that day to have exhibition stand, to talk to our people, to show them the support they are offering and how they can access those support. And that is what we're going to be doing on that day: networking, workshop, discussion, listening to speakers.
Now, we're just about coming to the end of the show. I would like you to take the next 1 minute to speak directly to our online audiences, those specifically in West Yorkshire, which is Bradford, Leeds, Wakefield, and the surrounding towns of Halifax and Huddersfield, those in East Yorkshire in Hull, those in South Yorkshire in Sheffield, and those in North Yorkshire in York, and also other vicinities in the north of England, and tell them why it's important to make the African Business Conference on Friday, the 10th of November at the Great Victoria Hotel.
Thank you so very much for that last question, like you said. I think it is very important for our people to start coming out and joining an organization like African Business Forum. And a way to start is by attending this conference that is coming. Like I've mentioned, there's going to be a lot of organization that you can have access to on that day. A lot of opportunity are with you on that day. And that is one of the more reasons you need to be there. Information is power, and you can get that information that you need to move your business to the next level. Or if you want to start a business, information is a power, and you can get that information on that day. And that is why I'm advising everybody that will be watching this show or that is watching this show at this moment, please join us on Friday, and you will be convinced, you'll be very happy for coming. Thank you.
On a very final note, I know a few days ago you ran out of tickets for this initiative. Speak to people around Yorkshire right now who still want to grab hold of tickets for that day. How do they go about that?
Yeah, thank you. So for Eventbrite, our ticket is already sold off. And you need to go to our website to get your ticket at www.abfb.co.uk. Again, www.abfb.co.uk. We have a link already that has been created by our IT officer for people to enable people to register directly from our website. So that is what we are doing at the moment. The Eventbrite is sold out, but you can get your tickets through our website.
Dr. Shola, so lovely to see you today. Keep up the amazing work you're doing at the moment. Continue to create those legacies to make Yorkshire and Africa a better place. And God bless you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.